Welcome back, and I'd like to thank my adoring public and my adoring privates. Anyway, tonight we will be continuing with the Hammered Dracula storyline. Last time we caught up with Christopher Lee's Dracula 2 episodes ago, he was impaled on a stake and dehydrated, just like the members of the UN Security Council in the Batman movie. The Batman movie. You know which one I'm talking about. So I'm very interested to see how they're going to bring him back this week. And, in keeping with the title of our movie, this week we will taste the blood of Dracula. You sure there's no blood in this?
You still haven't tried it?
Like, this is vegan, right? I haven't lived as long as I have not knowing how to test my drinks. You know, you're not the first person to try to slip something in a beverage of mine. Got some test strips in the bag. Ah! Ha ha! Oh, if that is the blood of Dracula, that's kind of like a lot of other people's blood inside Dracula. A little bit like on an airplane when you get recirculated, recycled air that's, you know, coming from everybody. Ugh, that's gross. But it's really good.
Horseless carriage, that's the way. I've seen them myself now. Paris, London. London, that's where my business is. Buying and selling.
Is this a Thanksgiving movie? Because I'm getting real planes, trains, and automobiles vibes.
You know, nothing grinds my gears worse than some chowderhead who doesn't know when to keep his big trap shut.
So not John Candy is now wandering through the wilderness when he hears something that I can only assume is like Ronnie James Dio in the middle of the forest rock concert. But it's not. It's Dracula's death moans, and he's totally dying. I mean, like, what luck to just stumble upon that. And you know, where a lot of people see just death and tragedy, he sees opportunity. So is Dracula's natural state of undeadness just like red dust? I just want to throw something out there right from the very get-go. This movie never should have happened. We see Paul from the previous movie throw Dracula off the side of the rail, and he looks down and he sees this dude scooping up the remains. He should be like, hey, get the fuck away from there. It's my shit. See, that's why you gotta clean up your mess. This movie never should have happened. If you just went down there and scattered the blood and like just threw the clasp into the woods and like chucked the cape over the side, you wouldn't have had somebody been able to just like Castlevania 2 this in 5 minutes. Oh, look at me, I got everything I need. He just like speed ran Castlevania 2 and brought Dracula back in like record time because you couldn't like hike down 20 feet and go like make sure everything was, you know, the way it was supposed to be, like scattered to the wind. Every death in this movie is not the fault of the Paul from this movie, it's the fault of the Paul from the last movie. Yeah, okay, you saved your girlfriend, but think about all the lives you didn't save by not following through. Now granted, he wasn't a vampire hunter, he was just a baker.
You're a second-class pastry cook.
I guess you did fine with the skill set that you had.
A bit late tonight, Hargood.
I am exactly on time, Paxton.
All right, so we might have to explain what's going on here. See, back in the day, if you had a little pocket watch or a wrist watch, you just had to wound that thing, you kind of guessed what time it was. Or maybe you waited for a church bell to go off or something like that. So maybe your watch said 10 o'clock, somebody else's watch said 10:03, somebody else's watch said 9:58. Who knows who's right? Maybe you're right, maybe you're wrong. But your boss's clock, that's always right, because he'll let you know that. And when you go in to punch that time clock, that's the one that counts. Oh, but now everybody's got cell phones and they're all connected to the satellites, which are connected to the atomic clock, and everybody's on perfect Greenwich Mean Time. And there's no time discrepancies at all. You're either absolutely late or you're absolutely on time or early. So, yeah, enjoy living in that world. So now we enter into a Dickensian trash alley where we find a soup kitchen that is the front for a brothel, brought to you by Boar's Head Meats. All right, so before 23andMe, if you were an orphan, you couldn't find out who your father was unless you hung out on the side of a brothel and screamed at everybody who showed up, "Are you my daddy? Are you my daddy? Are you my daddy? Are you my daddy? Are you my daddy?" Most of the time they found him, because they always come back. So like most charities, it's just a front to launder money and an excuse to do kinky sex stuff. All right, after these guys show up in a real nice carriage, it's like a scene out of Goodfellas, where they go from the front room, through the soup kitchen, through the back secret door, and end up into the nice, posh brothel. So whatever you may think, I do believe that they are doing the Lord's work, both in the front and the back. After all, they are serving the hungry and servicing the thirsty. It's time to meet Felix. He is the East End's premier proprietor of Posh Posteriors. The only thing he seems to be lacking in is good security.
You are not going in there. Don't you dare try to go in there. There's some of my best gentlemen in there.
I mean, if anybody has ever been to a gentleman's club, you know that you can't just waltz right into the champagne room. There are very many big, burly gentlemen who will stop you from doing that.
Yes. You can't come in here.
But I have.
All right, so like Lord Courtly comes in and she just goes. Like, he just steals this dude's woman, and they're like, he's so cool. He's so cool. I mean, he is so cool. Like, he steals your girlfriend, and you're like, I gotta hang out with this guy. He's so cool. He's so cool.
My friends and I would like to take you to supper.
Why?
We want to talk to you.
About?
Hey, me and my friends, we were just, not doing anything. You want to chill? You want to hang out? We can grab a beer, get some food. I mean, whatever. Dude, we got you. We'll buy dinner. We'll buy drinks. It's kind, we got cash. Don't even worry about it. I mean, dude, you're so cool. You're so cool.
Just how far are you willing to go? Would you be willing to sell your souls to the devil?
Oh, you're into the devil? Dude, we were just talking about getting into the devil. Oh man, that's such a coinky-dink, man. Dude, we should totally go like find the devil together. This would be great for us. Lord Courtly takes the three gentlemen all the way down to the guy who's not John Candy.
These relics will enable us to perform the ceremonies I spoke about. I'm asking you to buy them. You'll never regret it, I swear.
You'll regret it immediately. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
These pieces belong to the most evil man of all time.
He sells these guys
Count Dracula.
a box of Dracula. The brothel wasn't good enough for you. You just had to have some more excitement. All right, so they show up to this supernatural black mass church, and Jekyll, he starts doing like the little concoction, which is basically like 3 dashes of Dracula powder and like a little bit of blood, and all of a sudden you've got supernatural HGH. I mean, this stuff blows protein powder right out of the water. All you gotta do is put it in a cup, shake it up, drink it, and you get some gains. You're gonna get swole, bro. Anabolic, bro.
Help me!
Your friend just drinks something and asks for your help. He could be suffering from some sort of a poisoning. You, A, give him the Heimlich maneuver. B, give him CPR. C, take the boots to him, beat him mercilessly with sticks, and kick him on the ground in the ribs until he's dead. Or D, all of the above. Well, the answer they chose was C, and they beat him like a bunch of Clockwork Orange droobs. Kicking and stomping, and they even had walking sticks that they were just whomping him with. And then they left the weapons at the scene of the crime. They dropped a sword cane. Don't drop your sword cane. You just literally beat someone to death. You don't leave the murder weapon there. And shortly thereafter, these three assholes meet up to talk about the meaning of the word alibi.
All that remains is for us to establish that none of us were away from our homes that evening. I understand it is what the police call an alibi.
Yeah, okay, that's great and all, but what about the fact that you both left murder weapons at the scene? Nobody seems worried about this at all. Did you see that heartbeat zoom? That was awesome. I don't get that reference. We'll fix it in post. Oh, because when Dracula first comes back, he says, "They've destroyed my servant.
They will be destroyed."
All right, you're talking about Lord Courtly. I don't think you've ever met Lord Courtly in person. Now, look, I'm not saying that he didn't do his part to bring you back, but if you really, really want to get vengeance for someone who was like a ride or die homie, what about Clove? I mean, Clove took care of your house for like years after you died.
Good night, darling.
Alice comes home from a party and she climbs a tree in high heels and a ball gown. I mean, I think she has definitely leveled up as a woman somehow. That is like next level stuff right there. We see Alice climbing into the window after the party, and her dad's there waiting for her.
Father.
The first thing she does is like, I went to the party. I went with Paul. He didn't ask you anything. You just stare at him. You let him say the first thing.
I'm gonna whip you, Alice.
She's like, don't you dare! Don't you touch me! I'll never forgive you! Which is the right response. You're too old for that shit. She bails out the window. So she climbs back down the tree and runs smack into Dracula down in the garden. He mesmerizes her real quick. I mean, her mind is like very easy. Very, very susceptible to manipulation, if you will. So Dracula's like, hey, why don't you hit your dad in the head with a shovel?
No.
And she's like, yeah, I was gonna do that shit anyway.
The first.
So now Alice, she's like a really good familiar for Dracula. I mean, she goes and grabs Lucy, takes her through the garden, out the whole front door, gets her into the carriage. All right, so they finally track down Lucy, and Mustache Guy's like, don't worry about it, she's a vampire. I'll stake her. But like, that's his daughter. He can't have that happen. So he pulls out a gun.
Paxton, get out of here! Leave us alone, do you hear? Paxton!
He shot his homie in the arm. Man. And then, Mustache Guy's all gangster about it. He's like, no doctors, no hospitals. He just goes back to his house and starts writing like revenge letters and stuff and like, oh, make sure you do this, take precautions. We have so far had Dracula kill the first victim by using that victim's daughter. And we see the same thing happen right here, where Lucy Paxton kills her father at Dracula's command. It is so embarrassing to be staked by a vampire.
The second.
Now we have Secker's son killing Secker. So Dracula has dispatched all three of his enemies using their own children to kill them. Dracula didn't kill a single person in this movie, unless you count him, drinking Lucy's blood. Yeah, he drank Lucy to death. But that was it. Dracula's body count is 1. Before Secker's death, he was able to get word to Paul through a letter. And in that letter, he warned him to take precautions against Dracula and informed him that he was a vampire.
And you must believe me. You must arm yourself with knowledge, Paul.
Absolutely took down all of the desecrations, all the satanic worship stuff. Got the place cleaned up a bit, My question is, All right, it was a cathedral, which means I think it was blessed. It was holy ground. Somebody came in, they desecrated it, but I do not believe it was fully deconsecrated. So when they took all of the accoutrement away and you put back some of the original stuff, there you go. It is still holy ground. It reverts to holy ground, which means Highlanders can't fight there. None of them will break that rule.
None of us will violate that law.
Master.
Other than Clove, I think Alice is probably the best familiar you're going to come in contact with. She really went above and beyond, right? I mean, she was eager to please, very easy to manipulate. She was like ride or die.
Did I do well, Master?
Paul, you're definitely not going to want to marry this chick. Don't marry Alice. She could have chosen good. She didn't. She chose evil.
Did I do well, Master? Master?
She chose evil. She chose evil in the face of evil. Only problem, evil didn't choose her. The only reason in the end that she actually fought against evil was because evil pissed her off. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
I have no further use for you.
Oh, okay, maybe one more use for you. Could you get that cross off the door? Just, throw it away. I really appreciate it. You'd be doing me a solid.
Another thing.
All right, so what did I think about Taste the Blood of Dracula? I think it tasted great. And it was less filling. A little light on Lee for my taste, but I think they did a good job making up for it. Well, with the youngins doing all the work. As far as what I would rate this, I think I would rate it 3 out of 4 goblets of Dracula blood. What can we take away from this? Number 1 takeaway, this movie never should have happened. Takeaway number 1, the first. Clean up your mess. This movie never should have happened. And yet it happened again at the very end of this movie so that we could have yet another sequel. Because nobody cleaned up the mess. Make it hard for people to bring Dracula back. Takeaway number 2, the second. Keep your head. Keep your head. Be cool. All right, what happened with Secker and Paxton? Paxton finds Lucy, his daughter, turned into a vampire, and he totally freaks out. He ends up shooting his friend in the arm, and you know what? That was the problem with this movie. We didn't have a vampire hunter on scene to tell people to stay cool and keep their head, to clean up, to even let you know that it was a vampire until like the end of the movie. I mean, God, can't believe I'm gonna say this. I can't. Even Van Helsing would have done a better job than they did. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I said it. I meant it. Even Van Helsing would have done a better job than these guys. I'm just, oof. I mean, credit where credit's due. These guys sucked. All right, takeaway number 3, the third. When it comes to crosses, lumens count. You get the brightest cross you can find, usually somewhere between the 700 and 1500 lumen category. I mean, you saw that cross, right? It lit up. That cross was lit. Takeaway number 4, the fourth. Better parenting. Now look, I know Dracula's strong. I know that mesmerism works. I mean, let's face it. These kids have no strong role models to look up to. They wouldn't be so easily duped and coerced by evil. And coming back around for number 5, the fifth, is once again, clean up your damn mess. They got brooms where you're from, right? Well, I hope you enjoyed the movie as much as I did. I hope you enjoyed the drink as much as I did. We've tasted the blood of Dracula. I'm gonna go taste the inside of a bag of Jack-in-the-Box. Thanks for stopping by. Until next time. So Dracula's like, hey, why don't you hit your dad in the head with a shovel? The one I forgot.